We're gathered here to commune with whomsoever wishes to contact us. We've gathered with open minds and with a unity of purpose. If there's someone who wishes to speak to us, or any one of us, will he or she please make herself known?
And now live, News Talk 1400 WOND presents Curtain Call, the radio show. Here are your hosts, David Spatz and Jake Lassie Jr.
Is someone seeking contact? Please knock twice for no, thrice for yes. Do you have a message for someone present? For me?
Oh, this has become my favorite show of the year. It really has. Yeah, there's no two ways about it. Curtain Call's been rocking and rolling for over 5 years now, and this show has emerged as my favorite one of the whole year.
Well, our first year we did War of the Worlds.
Yes, we did.
And we did Ghost Hunting, which was a colossal failure. Total, unbelievable, colossal failure. What was that? And then, of course, some of the great radio shows that we featured from the past, like Three Skeleton Key with the rats attacking the lighthouse.
I remember
with
that.
Vincent Price.
Now we should say this is Curtain Call, the radio show here on News Talk 1400 WOND. I'm David Spatz along with Jake Lassie Jr. Rachel Haynes is behind the glass producing. Hello, Rachel. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing just fine. Rachel, I can't wait for hour number 2 when we talk about The Walking Dead, but we have to get through hour number 1 first. Coming up on our Halloween special, it's about people who come and go. Go being the operative word here, because besides Jake and me, the only other person who has been on this show, this will be the 6th one, is the gentleman who'll be joining us at the 3:30 mark, a little after the 3:30 rate. And that is Kelly Baskt. Kelly is the owner, operator, and commissioner of our favorite website for the recently deceased, which comes right after the recently diseased, I guess. Stiffs.com. Kelly's been with us all 6 years.
It's the segment of the show that gets us in trouble with our family members on a regular basis.
Well, speak for yourself. I don't get into trouble because people
I do.
Think, why?
Because they think it's kind of just creepy and disgusting sense of humor. But that's okay.
Listen, Bobby V, the late great Bobby V.
What's his obit?
Passed away, and Bobby V's big hit was The Night Has 1,000 Eyes, and Kelly's obit for him was, well, now the night has 998 eyes. So, anyway, Kelly will be joining us. We'll do our weekly preview of The Walking Dead. All I'm going to say about that right now is the single darkest hour of television in the history of the medium.
Or at least since the first debate this year.
I thought we weren't going to get political. That's in the bylaws of this show. And also in the studio with us is Jake's new best friend. Well, one of his newest best friends, and is definitely his new best friend. Linda Shields calls herself the Jersey Shore Medium, and she channels.
Correct.
Is that the word?
Correct.
She channels messages from the other side.
And apparently there's a lot of really angry people about Kelly Baskt. He's going to get an earful today, I have a feeling.
No, that's okay. That's okay. It's a living, right? He's making a living.
I found Linda through our old buddy Dave Pena, who is with us today.
Dave who?
Dave Pena, the Boogie Nights guy.
Oh. I forgot about that. He's never around here anymore. He's boogieing it up in Baton Rouge.
I'm in another world
or
right
Indiana, or Rhode Island, or
Now, Linda, we used to be able to count on him to be a regular caller into the show, especially when we do a Walking Dead talk, and Dave would text me.
Well, now he's just a toll call.
But now he's like everywhere. I mean, that's
a good thing.
Yeah,
everywhere is a good thing.
So,
but I'm always here.
Yes, you are. So and then throughout the show, we have little snippets of things that we can play that were horrific, kind of. but fun. And coming up toward the end of the show, we'll pay tribute to the late, great John Zackerly. Roland, for those of you who remember.
In Philadelphia.
In Philadelphia. What was the name of the show up there? I forget.
Shock Theater.
Shock Theater. And then in New York, he had a whole bunch of different shows. I used to watch him up there when it was Thriller.
Right. The Chiller Theater.
Chiller.
Yeah.
Not Thriller. I keep confusing
Chiller
Zackerly with
Theater.
Michael Jackson. I don't know how you do that and everything.
Maybe you're
Hey, you put that thing down.
Maybe you're channeling him. Maybe you're channeling Michael Jackson right now.
I don't think so.
Look at him. Do you really?
You never know.
You and I were texting when Michael Jackson. People weren't sure whether is he alive, is he dead. Remember?
Right.
You were at the shop. I was at home, back and forth. He's dead. No, he's not. Yes, he is. No, he's not. Well, where's that helicopter going? And why is that person in a bag, a blue bag that's zipped closed, gone? Anyway,
Let's get to Linda.
go.
Yeah.
You were just up.
I just saw your show in Asbury Park
Yes.
at Tim McLoon's on Thursday. Packed house, Patsy.
Hey, I
180
saw the video, the rough cut, and wow.
I found it
impressed.
thoroughly entertaining
Thank you.
and compelling.
That's nice to hear.
I'll say right here, I'm very much a skeptic of this sort of stuff, which I think you would want people
Sure,
to be.
absolutely. That's my best clientele.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. It's a shame you
That's
wasn't
great.
with me last night.
Yeah, that's my best.
But it was such a neat night. And after I did the show, I said, Spatsy, we have to have her on the show now.
Thank
I mean,
you.
because it was bantering around what we were going to do.
On the
and
Halloween show, of
it was,
course.
it was perfect.
It's my life's work. You know, this is. I have a degree in horticulture. I was a florist for 14 years, so but I kept getting drawn back into this.
And the flowers kept talking to her. And
exactly.
they said, you got to find something better
The
to
ferns,
do.
get me outta here,
than, cutting thorns off of roses.
It just gives me so much pleasure when I can help somebody find closure. A lot of people come to me because they don't have closure. They've something they should have said. They should have been there when the person passed over, and it's just nice when they come in. And sometimes I hear something and I repeat it, and then I go, "Wow, where'd that come from?" I go, "Oh, okay."
Right. Well, where did this ability come from? When did you discover that you had
I was about
this ability?
8.
Whoa.
My grandmother was a psychic.
Well, what were you screwing around all those years doing flowers?
Yeah, I know. And then
Your husband's here. Yeah, really, for real.
and then teenage years, and then you don't want to do this because it's weird, And then and then when I was working in Asbury Park, Stone Pony, we were talking about that.
She wouldn't let a guy named Springsteen in. He didn't have
I
ID.
don't know who he was.
Ba-dum-bum.
Right?
Your psychic friends really lit you down that day.
Yeah, I think so too. So I actually met someone who had someone living with her who was this phenomenal psychic. She was young, and she was heading out to the Midwest to go to some commune to learn metaphysics. And she handed me a deck of tarot cards the day that she was leaving, and she said, "You're going to need these someday." And I went, "Like, for what?" She said, "Just take them." And my grandmother had taught me how to read playing cards, So I morphed into the tarot cards, and I was reading the.
You can make a
The neighbor.
fortune at the casinos if you can read playing cards.
Yeah.
Take that right.
There you go. And just doing neighborhood people. Then a little local newspaper wrote up a thing about me in the paper and put my phone number in there. And 26 years later, here I am. So
Now, I probably shouldn't jump into it this early, but it's been driving me crazy. So when I watched your show, and I was taken aback right away on how as soon as you rang the bell to get things started, it didn't take you more than 20 seconds. You went right like a straight line to a table and just started talking to this gentleman, and he was clearly kind of shocked by it and moved at the same time. And the first thing that came to me was, what is going on in your head there? What kind of voices are you? I mean, what does it sound like?
okay, so think of somebody standing behind you and talking to you.
Okay.
Because it's not here, it's behind me. So I've got somebody behind me just talking to me. And a lot of times I hear the female or the male voice, but they usually will say to me, go there, talk to this person, ask them if they know John or Robert or Betty. So that's what I do. So I say, okay.
Now, are these different voices?
Always. Yep.
Okay.
Always. And sometimes it's non-gender. Is that the word I'm looking for? A voice that just I can't figure out whether it's male or female.
Well, I mean, just on the real world, sometimes it's tough to tell the difference between a female and a male
yeah,
voice. I get that. Okay.
But they give me a lot of information that is pertinent to that person. So that's why when I say something, sometimes I go, "Wow, where'd that come from?" Because it's like I did a show and McClune's came off the stage and said to the woman, "Your father played an accordion," and she said, "What?" Yeah, she did. And my husband says, "How did you get that?" I said, "I could hear it. I could hear the accordion playing in my head." So that's what they do.
But it's like somebody's
somebody's
behind
talking
you,
to me.
talking
Yes,
to you. Okay.
absolutely.
I mean, real quick, Spatsy, her psychic connection is auditory. It's not seeing. It's not a sight-driven one. It's auditory.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
I'm clairaudient.
Clairaudient.
All right, you know, we still have a good 4 or 5 minutes to the break. So I'm willing to be the skeptic guinea pig. Yes.
Okay. Well, I have to ring the bell.
All right, ring. Go ahead. There we go. That's another first for the show.
Okay. Dave, your father's deceased?
Yes.
Okay. Can I ask you whose name you share or letter?
Whose name I share?
Yeah.
My grandfather.
Okay. That's who just stepped forward because he said he has my name.
Okay.
Okay. So say hi to Grandpa, please.
How you doing? I mean, we've never met because
That's okay.
you
don't
died
have to
long
meet him.
before I was
no,
born.
you don't have to meet him. He's connected to your energy.
All right.
So as long as you know who he is, that's a real good
know
thing.
who he is.
Mom and Dad are both gone, correct?
Yes.
Okay. They're both here saying hi.
Okay.
Your mother's saying you're not eating correctly. Has your stomach been bothering you lately?
No.
Okay, be careful then what you're eating.
Okay.
Okay, because Mom and Dad are saying eating. What's the M letter, please?
M.
Connected to your mother and father. That would be last name, first name. Living or deceased? There's no Michaels around?
No.
Okay, because I'm picking up the name Michael. Is that coming from you, Jack?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
How about you, Rachel? You got a Michael, honey?
I don't think so.
Okay, all right. We got somebody in this studio that we don't know at this point. Maybe it's Michael Jackson. We were just talking about it.
It's probably me. I had Michael Jackson.
That's what it is. Okay, all right. Your mother talks to me about teeth. Do you understand that?
Well, I mean, when I was a kid, I had problems with my teeth because I wouldn't wear a mouth guard. They didn't have mouth guards when you played baseball back then.
So that's what she's saying.
Yeah.
She's referencing that as a memory for her. Okay?
Okay.
And she says, my knees. What was wrong with her knees?
Nothing. That was about the only thing about it.
So maybe that's what she's saying. The only thing that wasn't wrong was her knees there, right?
Really.
Okay. Is there a Frank or a Fran or a Francis?
Francis Albert Sinatra. I mean, it's the
No.
only one I can think of.
This is what I'm getting. I'm getting a Frank here.
No.
All right. I got to tell you something. I'm being told that you know these names. So I want you to just hold on to them. I'm writing them all down for you anyway.
And knowing you, David Spatz, I think Frank Sinatra
Right.
is
For what it's worth, you and Frank were tight.
is how
What?
is
He and
very
Frank Sinatra were tight.
Oh,
And Frank
really?
Jr.
Oh, okay. Well, that's who it could be then, because that's nice. I'm very honored. Thank you, Mr. Sinatra, for coming in here.
she is the Jersey Shore lady.
I get that. I get that.
Okay, so what's funny is that a lot of people play stump the psychic or stump
Right.
the medium. So when I'm asking a question, it's because I'm trying to get clarity on what's going on in my head.
I got you.
So when you don't say anything, I'm like, oh, what's happening here? So thank you for that, for the Frank Sinatra thing, because that's probably who was coming in here. Because I got Francis too, and wasn't he Francis?
Francis Albert.
That's it, right? So okay.
Could have been Junior too. He was Frank.
Your mom's referring sister,
I have a sister. Yes.
and she's here now.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
she's alive.
That's
yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's pointing here at her chest. So there's lung or heart or
And my sister had breast cancer.
that's it right there. Okay.
And she's also a breast cancer specialist, not a physician, but an
Got it.
educator.
Okay. And Mom's saying she's watching her closely, making sure that she's okay.
She's fine.
Okay. Yeah, thank God. All right. Did you have a dog named Bruno?
No,
That's so bizarre.
never had a dog, ever.
No, isn't that weird? Who had the dog Bruno? Maybe Michael. Did Michael
That's very
Jackson have a
possible.
Bruno?
I can't think of anybody I know
Okay.
who had a dog
That's
named
just
Bruno.
came in. There's a dog named Bruno. That's really bizarre. Okay, watch your back. Now that could be two things, right? So it's either watch your back like metaphorically,
Right.
or physically.
Okay.
So this is Dad talking to you too.
He's probably talking about watch your back metaphysically, not physically.
Okay, all right, yeah. Tell me what the number 5 means. So that means there could have been 5 children in the family. You could have 5 children the month of May.
There were 5 of us in my nuclear family: my mother, my father, my brother,
Okay.
my sister, myself. Or
No,
5 November 5th.
is
The third. This November 5th will be the 3rd anniversary of my pretty major heart surgery.
okay. So because they're telling me that number 5 was special.
Well, it wasn't up until 3 years ago.
Well, you can celebrate now because you're doing fine, right?
Yes,
so
I am.
that's what the special means.
Okay.
All right. I'm also getting a July. Or that would be number 7, right?
Right.
Okay. Actually 17. So it's 71 or 17 or 17.
Well, July. I mean, nobody in my family.
Anybody deceased? Anybody die in July?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
71 is when I was born.
Is it?
Socks older
What are
than
you
him.
doing over here? All right. What's in July for you then, Dave?
July?
Yeah.
4th of July?
No, anybody's birthday? Anybody's death
My
day?
brother.
Your brother's birthday?
Yes.
Okay.
And my cousin. Same day.
Well, your brother's here. So, right? Your brother's here?
Yep.
All right. So, can I switch over to him for a second?
Sure, you know what? We have to switch over to a
Okay.
real quick break.
Okay.
We have to take a real quick time
All right.
out. We'll be back with Linda Shields, the Jersey Shore medium, on our Halloween special edition of Curtain Call, the radio show, here on News Talk 1400 WOND. We're back right after this.
Good evening. My name is Bella Boris. Welcome to my house of horrors.
And we welcome you back to this Halloween edition of Curtain Call, the radio show, here on News Talk 1400 WOND.
Hey, now, Spatsy,
Yeah.
that's on there.
Yeah.
All right. It's from 1962.
Yeah.
The Haunted House is called.
Yes.
You know who it's done by?
No.
It's an old friend of yours.
An old friend. It wasn't Tony Orlando.
It wasn't Tony Orlando.
Bobby Vinton. No.
Nope.
Who's it?
Merv Griffin.
Oh, my God. That was Merv?
That was Merv Griffin.
Oh. I mean, I
There
thought
you
he only
go.
had one hit. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
Well, this was
but
not a hit, but I
didn't
found
think
it
so.
for you.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I thought you would like that.
We welcome you to this Halloween edition of the show. We've been speaking, and we're going to continue for the full 2 hours with Linda Shields. She is the Jersey Shore
Hello.
medium. She's been
Happy
she just-
Halloween.
She just asked me to pick a card, and hopefully we'll be able to finish this in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. We have a hard break at the bottom of the hour, but
Okay, so what I asked you
This
to do
one,
is
yeah.
these are cards or messages.
I did
from,
not look at the card.
Yes, they're messages from heaven.
Okay.
So I had you pick the card, and I was thinking of your mom,
Okay.
and your mother tells me that you are so connected.
My mother and I,
Yes.
nothing could be further from the truth.
She's telling you she's watching over you, she's taking care of you, and that's what being connected means.
Well, that would be mom. Mom would be putting up a front, but
Okay.
Ouch.
well, that's the way my mother was.
Right.
As I said during the break, my mother would be
Maybe
saying,
she's trying to change.
Why are you?
Yeah, maybe she's
Well, you know, up
It's
in
too
heaven.
late for that.
No,
She's
no,
been
it's
gone
never
for
too
25
late.
years.
It's never too late because you know what we are here is not what we become up there. Okay, we usually take care of what we did not
All right.
do here. So
all right.
a lot of people come back and they're like, "I'm sorry," or "I should have done this differently. I should have told you I loved you more. I should have
Right.
taken care of you better." Okay, so
I tried to take care of her.
not you, her taking care of you.
Her taking care of me. Well, she was busy, you know.
Okay.
I took care of her at the end, though. I got her a martini right before she died.
Oh, I love it.
It's what she asked for. She asked for a martini and a hot roast beef sandwich.
My kind of woman.
And a cigarette.
Wow.
And we turned off her oxygen.
Jeez.
Well, you can't light a cigarette when
Well,
you
now
have
you
an
know she's
oxygen
here now.
tank.
Now you know she's here.
And she's pissed.
No,
It's happy hour here on Curtain Call.
no. The oxygen wasn't. We were expecting the end at some point very soon.
Right.
So when she asked for the martini, the roast beef sandwich, and the cigarette, we knew that it was probably her last meal, her last smoke, and her last drink. So
I like this woman. That's great. That's her request. I like that.
yeah, and so we had to turn
Very
the
kind of
oxygen
you.
off because if you're going to light a cigarette, you can't have an oxygen
Don't want
tank.
that. That's
That's
a whole new
That's
ending.
true.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, it is.
But anyway, Mom and I will have our meeting one day, and we'll have to go over all of this.
She's gonna say, "Where's my martini?"
No, she'll have more to like what were you talking? What was that crap you're talking about on the radio about me? Why are you telling people that about me?
Yeah, there you go. So I had, before the break,
Right.
I had asked Dave here, Dave Pena, what July meant, and then Jake says that's his birthday.
Right.
So I think that's where I'm supposed to go.
Okay.
So you need to say your name, though. I should have said that to David, too.
So I just say Jake.
Yep, that's all you got to
Okay.
say.
Or Stanley. Stanley is my real name. Actually.
Stanley is a really...
I know. That's why everybody calls me Jake.
Okay, got it.
He's not a Stanley.
Were you very close to Grandma?
Which one?
I think this is your mother's mother.
Yes.
Okay, because she says, he's mine.
Okay.
And then every time they say he's mine, it means that he's with you. That's it. It's Grandma. What's the A letter, Jake?
No.
Last name, first name. Not it's connected with Grandma. Could be somebody who she knew, a family member. It doesn't have to be somebody who's passed over.
But it has to be in the next 15 or 20 seconds.
Okay.
Actually, A was my other grandmother's middle name.
Okay. So then that's Grandma just stepped forward with you, too. Okay. All right. Good job.
All right, well, we're going to have to put this on hold
Okay.
because we have to take
Her and I will
quick-
continue.
Oh, yeah, we have a hard break for ABC News brief at the bottom of the hour. A little bit of total traffic, then back on the other side, our favorite person to talk to at Halloween, second favorite, well, one of our favorite people. Kelly Baskt from Stiffs.com, all that and more here on News Talk 1400. WOND, we're back right after this.
I love the dead before they rise. No farewells, no goodbyes. I never even knew your now rotting face. While friends and lovers mourn your silly grave.
And welcome back to Curtain Call, the radio show here on News Talk 1400 WOND. This is our Halloween special, as I mentioned at the top of the show. This is my favorite show of the year. And joining us now, all the way from California, which, Linda, is the other side of the country.
I was born there.
It's the other
Yes,
side of the country.
And I was born there.
Anyway, he is the owner, operator, and commissioner of our favorite website for the recently deceased, which generally it follows the recently diseased. Kelly Baskt, you're the only person besides Jake and I who have been with the show for all 6 years. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you guys doing over there?
Hi.
Happy Halloween, and say hi to Linda Shields. She is the Jersey Shore medium. She's been doing readings of us here in the studio, and we just think it's kind of cool having you on and her on at the same time.
Hi, Kelly. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Thank you.
All right, so Kelly, it's been an interesting year for your website and your line of work, and once again, Zsa Zsa Gabor continues to defy all the odds and has not yet made it.
Oh, this woman. But she's killing me. I mean, what are we waiting on here?
How old is
99
she?
years old.
99.
99.
99, jeez.
And she does not look, it's not one of those things we go, oh, wow, she looks great for 99. She does not look great for 99. She looks like she found the fountain of old.
Well, they keep cutting pieces of her off.
Yeah.
You know, Kelly, what you could do is you could have
Stop this woman.
you can have people be able to put Zsa Zsa Gabor body parts on the list.
Oh, jeez.
And that might make it go a little bit easier for you.
I got to give partial credit soon because we're lopping parts off this woman.
Well,
wait a minute.
Go ahead.
Shouldn't we be talking about the biggest news of the entire year? Abe Vigoda.
Yeah. Fish finally.
Abe Vigoda.
Fish finally went belly up.
Did he?
This is a guy who had a website called "Is Abe Vigoda Alive?" Just so you could confirm that he was still alive, and he died. And I thought I was going to die myself.
Well, they used to have him on the Today Show every once in a while just to prove he was still alive, right?
Right. Just wheel him out so everybody can know. If you want to know how long he's been on lists on Tips.com,
How long?
every celebrity on the list is assigned an ID number so that, we can keep track of them in our database. His ID number was 1.
And when was he assigned?
Man's been on the game.
Kelly, when was he assigned number 1? How long ago?
1996.
Wow. 20 years.
Wow.
The man
Yep.
spent...
That was the first year we ran the game. This is our 20th anniversary year.
Wow. Well, it was not a particularly good year for people who were in the music business now, was it?
Yeah.
No. And it, generally speaking, the music business always takes a hit, only because, the lifestyle most musicians lead does not lend itself to a long life. So, it wasn't a good year for musicians, but I tell you what was a good year for was our most picked celebrities. Out of our list of the top 10 most picked celebrities, we only lost one so far this year, and that was Nancy Reagan. Everybody else is still on the top side.
They're still in play, right?
Yeah, they're still in play. The top 5: Zsa Zsa, Kirk Douglas, Billy Graham, George.
I thought Kirk Douglas was dead.
No.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
he's 99 also.
Yeah, he's also
99, and he's our number 2.
I was going to say he's taking Abe Vigoda's place, right?
Wow. What are
Right,
these people
exactly. Well,
taking that
that's-
they live so long?
Oh yeah, no, it's amazing. I mean, 1 year turns out not to be very much time. You think, Zsa Zsa's 99, she'll certainly, chances are good she'll die this year, and here we are. So, and then we've got the number 5, the one that I've really got my finger crossed for, who's 100 years old, is Olivia de Havilland, and I have nothing against Olivia de Havilland, except for the fact that there are about 4,000 different ways to spell this woman's name. When they sign up, they use all 4,000, and I have to go through, right? It's Olivia spelled one way, D-E with a space, D-I, and Haviland. I mean, oh, man.
Melanie Wilkes.
It's just...
Melanie Wilkes. That's who she was.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the last of the
And,
Hollywood golden age right there.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah. And like I said, I don't have anything against her, but it would be nice for her to go just so it's not such an administrative headache for me. It's not all about me, but in this case.
But Kelly, these people should never take this personally, though. Should they? I mean, this is business.
They absolutely should not, and yet I get emails. Pretty frequently from family members and close friends and even just big fan club people who will somehow manage to get a hold of me and say, this is a terrible thing. You're betting on whether or not someone's going to die. And I say, no, that is not true. They're going to die. I'm not betting on whether or not they're going to die. I'm just kind of betting on when, and that's a very different kettle of fish. So,
now, Linda, is anybody talking to you wanting to yell at Kelly and give him a hard time?
Oh.
well, we get people who are such rabid fans that they will demand that people be taken off of the list just because they don't ever want to grapple with the idea that these people.
Yeah,
will never die.
Actually, Kelly, though, I'm tuning in to the people that are gone that were on your list. That they think this is a hoot. They really love what you're doing. Absolutely.
Yeah.
They feel like
fun.
it's a celebrity thing. Yeah, they really like being like, oh, look, look, somebody's going to guess what I'm doing.
I think Frank
when I died.
Frank Sinatra would have loved it. I think his son would have hated it. But we lost Frank Jr. this year.
So, Kelly, is that the first confirmation from the great beyond that you've gotten?
That it's okay.
That might be, yeah.
Now you're doing a good thing. If I heard to the contrary, I would have let you know. But they're laughing. They think it's fun.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah. I appreciate that. It's a labor of some sort of love. It's always the same thing when I mention to somebody that I'm the commissioner of Stiss.com. They give you that look that's sort of like the same look you get when you smell something out of the refrigerator to see if it's bad. And you're not sure if it's bad. Is that bad? Is it safe to eat? I don't really know. It's that same exact look.
The expiration date was yesterday, but can I get by with an extra day?
Right. I don't know. But they look at me like, I don't know if I should like this. I don't know if I should be amused or horrified. And if you give them about 2 minutes, then they realize it's just kind of fun.
Kelly, what about fictional characters? And I'm specifically thinking about characters from the show The Walking Dead. I mean, like poor Glenn last week, or Abraham.
Oh man!
I would think that's the show you're into.
It's a good thing we don't, because that would have been. I would have gotten all kinds of hate mail for that was just brutal, right?
So you obviously watch the show.
I do watch the show, and it's not just because it's death related. It's just a really good show. But that episode kept me awake all night. That was rough.
Yeah, we do a segment on this show every during the Walking Dead season. Every Sunday at 4:00, we do a review preview, and just as part of setting it up for this week's show, I had said to Jake when we first went on the air that may have been the single darkest hour of TV in the history of the medium.
It may very well be. That was a rough one, and remember, I run a dead pool, so even for me, that was something.
So, do you have a favorite obit so far this year?
Oh man, there's been a lot of good ones. Bobby V, who did the song "The Night Has 1,000 Eyes," and we wrote "The Night Now Has 998 Eyes." I got a little chuckle out of that. I thought that was.
So did I. I showed it to Jake today when he said, "Who were you asking if he had posted something?" Oh, right. We lost
Zachary.
Yeah, but that was a local. That was kind of like a regional.
Yeah.
Celebrity.
Will Zachary make your list? You think? Did anybody have John Zachary on the list?
I'm looking. No.
Okay.
Yeah, but he was more known in the Philadelphia, New York.
Yeah, he's a Northeast guy, but.
And that has happened. We've had people that are local, very local celebrities. We had Earl Scheib, who was local out here. Yeah. We've had car dealers that had just really well-known TV commercials that made the list only because enough people just sort of knew them.
Johnny Carson made Earl Scheib famous, though.
Miss Cleo is another one. Miss Cleo.
I named my dog after her.
Oh, did you really?
That's a problem.
And she died on Halloween. The dog died on Halloween.
That was another good one. Yeah, that was another good obituary for us, which was, bet you didn't see that coming.
All right, so Kelly, do you have a game that you're wrapping up the year with?
Do we? Well, we're wrapping up. We're actually taking entries now. As of October 1st, we started taking entries for the big game for the next the year-long Lee Atwater Invitational. And then prior to that, we always run a bunch of Lee Juniors, which are the 6-month games, and then we run the 3-bagger, which is the same operation as the regular game, except once anybody gets 3, quote-unquote, in the bag, then the game ends, and whoever got the 3 wins.
Hey, Kelly, before I let you go, I got to say one of your best ones of the year, I mean, Bobby V was good. I like Bobby V. But I think your obit for Phyllis Schlafly was like, that one took the cake.
Right, the woman's place is in the cemetery.
That's it.
Yeah, that one. I got a good laugh out of that one too. That was fun. And then we had hard ones too. Like I didn't even bother trying with Elie Wiesel because this guy is like there's should be statues of this guy. He's done so many incredible things. Like you can't. There's nothing you can write about him. I can be mean to all kinds of people, but you can't do anything with that.
What you wrote about Elie Wiesel, and just because we like to cover everything objectively here. Holocaust survivor, Nobel Peace Prize laureate, writer of 57 books, no scandals, affairs, controversies. We're going to pass on this one. You guys have fun with it.
Yeah, that's it. Muhammad Ali, right? On the other hand, the man made up rhymes all the time. Floats like a butterfly, and well, that's about it. Ali wrote. Those are easy. Those are fun ones.
The other one.
Oh, the greatest of the year for me is Alan Young. A corpse is a corpse, a corpse, a corpse. No one can talk of a corpse, of course. That's beautiful.
My other favorite, and I can't say the whole thing because it's radio, is Gary Marshall. Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, S word.
And that worked out. He actually that was the day of the week he actually died.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Well, he did that just for you.
Yeah, I think Kelly. I think you're psychic.
I wish.
No, I think you are. No,
he'd be rich.
We all are. So maybe you're tapping into something you don't realize you even have.
Maybe, and how impressed aren't we all that I'm using it for this? Good job, right? I can't pick out the lottery numbers, but that's cool. Sure, great idea.
We've been speaking with Kelly Baskt. He is the owner, the operator, and the commissioner of our favorite website for the recently deceased, stiffs.com, STIFFS.com. Kelly, I want to thank you as always for making our special very special once again, and we'll check back with you.
Thanks for having me. I love it every year.
And we'll check back with you at the halfway point of the year because we have to update things, right?
Sure.
There we go. Thanks again, Kelly. Take care. Happy Halloween. Kelly is the best.
I was just looking at Merle Haggard. The Okie from Muskogee has gone croaky.
Some of his stuff just is brilliant. We have to take a real quick time out. You're listening to the Halloween edition of Curtain Call, the radio show, here on News Talk 1400. WOND. We're back right after this.
Tired of living, want to die? Well, here's a real good reason why.
It all begins about 12 o'clock when the grave's all open and we start to rock.
Graveyard rock. Graveyard rock.
In the graveyard.
Graveyard rock.
Everybody digs a graveyard rock.
Because it's me, I find these weird, odd little songs for our show.
Tarantula
Ghoul, and her.
I don't know what the rest of it is.
1957?
1959.
59?
Yeah. Anyway, we welcome you back to the Halloween edition of Curtain Call, the radio show here on News Talk 1400 WOND. I'm David Spatz along with Jake Classy Jr. Brianna, sorry.
Hey.
I'm sorry. It was like force of habit. Yeah,
okay.
the voices from the other side.
That could be
Brianna.
it. You saw her earlier?
Linda said someone's talking behind you, and they said it's Brianna. And I should have turned around and slapped them and said, no, it's Rachel Hayes.
Yeah, come on.
That was
Rachel
a good save.
Hayes.
That was a good save there.
You like that, huh?
That was a good save.
Pull that one out there.
You do this
You're
long
about to
enough.
make your mom really mad at you. know?
My mom was born mad at me before I was. Kidding me?
But your mother was mad at everybody, so it wasn't just
No, she wasn't.
Just him.
Just me.
You'd be
Well,
surprised.
a few people.
You'd be surprised, yeah.
A few people.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've got about 6 minutes until our top of the hour break. If anyone wants to call in and has a question for Linda Shields, the Jersey Shore medium, now's the time to do it. 927-1100, 609-927-1100. Just understand that Linda can't do a reading.
A medium.
A medium.
I can do a psychic reading. You can ask a question about your life.
Right.
That kind of thing.
You have a question about your life. You want to ask Linda. She'll point you in the right direction, but she can't tell you who's talking to you from the other side because you're on the phone after all. I mean, she needs to have you here. But 927-1100 609-927-1100. No, she can't tell you who's going to win the Jets-Eagles game, or the Cowboys-Eagles game tonight. Nor will she be able to tell you who's going to get killed tonight on The Walking Dead.
No,
but we'll save that discussion for the 4 o'clock.
But you've been jotting down a lot of stuff over there, girl.
That's what I do. When I do a private or even house parties, I write everything down because I never remember anything I say because it's not my thoughts, it's not my words. So when I do a house party, I actually leave this with the hostess, and then people can take. It's a paragraph. So that's what I've been doing. I'm doing paragraphs for you guys.
She keeps the notebook people in business because otherwise, you wouldn't be.
At the shows, it's a different thing because that's just tunnel vision focused. Right. But I got some stuff for you, Jake. So let's talk to you. So we talked about Grandma and then and the other grandma. So we talked about the other grandma and then Aunt Betty. Right. And then there was the other B, which is, you said your mother's name was Bert.
My grandmother's.
Your grandmother's, I'm sorry.
The one with the A that we were talking about?
She was Bert.
Her nickname was Bert. Right. Everybody knew her as Bert, and that's short for Alberta. That's
What's in February?
What's in February?
28 days.
Yeah, well, that's true. I honestly don't know.
Because that's what Bert's pointing at. She's telling me February. That it's a special time. I don't know what that is. So here's the thing. So sometimes, because I am a psychic medium, sometimes they give me information of what's coming. Mm-hmm. So I have a feeling that February is going to be special for you. There's going to be something nice that comes along.
Cool, good. We could use it.
Maybe you can get the lottery numbers from the other grandmother.
Yeah, we need some lottery numbers here.
Yeah, so.
I'm ready for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't forget about me.
Yeah.
The
voice.
Rachel, we have the 4 o'clock hour for you.
the
I
voice
like her.
From the other side of the glass. Yes, that was Rachel Haynes.
Can I talk to you a second?
Sure.
All right. This is not. I don't know who's talking to me, so I'm just going to throw this out to you. All right.
Okay.
Is this a new relationship you're in right now?
10 months.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is good.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah.
All right. Is Grandma deceased?
No.
It's great. It's got to be great grandmother.
I would say yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I'm getting that grandmother, but sometimes it's stressed out.
Mm-hmm.
They, and I'm hearing they. So she's telling me there's other people up there, but they love this relationship for you. They think it's wonderful.
Nice.
Okay, there's nothing wrong, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Hang on to it, all right? Very good.
Well, especially someone that young.
No pressure.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's possible. I mean, on our first date, I literally had this thought that popped into my head. I was like, well, that's going to be my husband.
There
all right.
you go. There you
so
are.
it's possible.
Well, that's my husband. He was the only man I dated that I said I wanted to have children with because I never wanted kids.
Yeah.
And I got 2.
See?
So you just know.
Yeah. Sometimes you just.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
And you still feel that way after 2 kids?
Well, we married each other twice. So
okay.
We were married 23 years and got divorced and then wound up back together again. We're still killing each other, but at least it's the evil we know.
So wait, let me see. You got married, then you got divorced, and you thought, wow.
Let's do it again.
No. What I'm thinking is you were out there looking around and thought, well, you know what? Chances are a mistake was made here because I could probably do a lot worse, but I'm not going to do much better.
You know what? He's so supportive. He's definitely the wind beneath my wings. I wouldn't know what to do without him. He just is just there. Everything that needs to be done.
So it was a Steve Window. It was a divorce of convenience, a financial convenience divorce.
Way to clean it up there, bud.
Yeah. So actually, if you don't mind, that brings me to a question. Do a lot of people come in for relationship advice and love advice?
Yeah, I get a lot of that. I get a lot of people that come in because, as a matter of fact, what's funny when I do my parties, the last thing we do is everybody gets to ask a question psychically. Right. So you get a little of that too. Mm-hmm. And I get a lot of, should I leave my husband? Is he cheating on me? Is she cheating on me? Should I marry this guy? Should I not? should I leave? Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff. Then, after 26 years of doing this, hopefully I've led people in the right direction.
Well, I was impressed when I saw your show Thursday night that a packed house of 180 people.
It was 187.
187, okay.
Don't short her out.
Let's
like
round
that.
it off to two. Let's round it off to two. Me and Jake were there, plus the bartenders.
Well, then I was
We're
there.
at-
I
we're
was
at
there
even
in
two.
spirit.
No,
It was
that was the audience
175.
seats. That was- I'm proud of that.
We have to take a break for ABC News at the top of the hour, then Dan Skelton's weather. A total traffic report. Back on the other side, we'll talk about last week's season premiere of The Walking Dead here on
Yes.
News Talk 1400 WOND.
First impressions are important. I need you to know me. So, back to it.
And now it's back to hour number 2 of Curtain Call, the radio show on News Talk 1400 WOND.
Was that Glenn? Yeah, that's what I thought. That was one juicy watermelon.
Like you're trying to speak, but you just took a hell of a hit. I just popped your skull so hard, your eyeball just popped out.
Who is that character?
Negan.
That's Negan.
There was a lot of them last night at the
Yeah.
nightclub. Yeah.
Yeah.
Halloween parties across Atlantic City had a lot of
I was thinking
Walking
about
Dead
that.
characters.
How many security guards had to be wondering, what do I do about these people with baseball bats and barbed wire on?
They forbid all the others except for one, and it was what's the character with the pigtails and
Harley Quinn?
yes, Harley Quinn, exactly. Harley Quinn came in with a wiffle ball bat and it was acceptable, but when you come in with a real bat, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, well, it should be. I mean, anyway, we welcome you back to Curtain Call, the radio show here on News Talk 1400 WOND. I was about to ring Linda's bell, but I thought no, that might be like.
Okay.
I'm just afraid it's going to
Nope, go ahead,
bring
go for
somebody. My mother's going to be breathing down my neck. Anyway, we're going to.
David's going to be in his apartment tonight, and he's going to hear his little bells. Like, oh no,
I'm going to be watching The Walking Dead. We're going to put our Walking Dead chat off just a little bit because we had opened the phone lines up for calls for Linda Shields. Linda is the Jersey Shore medium. She has been with us since the beginning of the show. She'll be with us till the end of the show. If the show went 3 hours, she'll be with us for all three. Dave Pena from Boogie Nights joins us. I'm David Spatz along with Jake Lassie Jr. Rachel Haynes is our producer. We go to the phones. Kathy, you have a question for Linda. Shoot.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Linda. I'm a huge fan of yours.
Oh, are you really? How nice.
Shut up. Pena.
No, believe me, I'm not that good.
Have you seen me? Have we talked?
Yes, I've been to one of your shows. I've seen you. I just wanted you to know that I think you're amazing.
Oh, thank you, hon. You got a question for me?
Yes, I was wondering if you see anything in the foreseeable future for my love life.
Well, why don't you give me your phone number and email address? And,
Don't. Okay. Kathy, let me ask you something. Are you hung up on somebody? Like you can't get, like there's a shadow here?
Not really.
Are you sure? Because I'm going to tell you something. I'm being told, because that's how I read, the psychic stuff. That there's a shadow. You haven't really removed totally somebody out of your way. So even if you're with somebody right now, you're not giving that 100% that you really would like to. But here's the nice thing about it. By February or March, you'll have cleaned that up subconsciously, so you won't have to worry about it. If you're dating somebody now, it starts to move forward very nicely. If you're not, by that time you have already met someone that's going to move in a really good direction.
Okay.
Okay? But I want you to think about that. It seems like something from the past, that you're just hanging on to. And sometimes we don't even know we're doing it until we finally start to, deep down and look inside and go, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that. So, yeah. Okay. No, you got good things. Springtime looks like fun to you, for you. Yeah, it definitely looks like fun.
Kathy, where did you see Linda for the first time?
McClune's in Asbury.
That's where I started. When did you come? What show? Do you remember?
Maybe 8
Well, you
months
should be able
out.
to tell her that.
Okay, I should be able to tell her that, right? Yeah, because I'm there a lot. I'm just, I started out there only doing four months a year, and then Tim McClune's got me and said, "Come on, more." So now I'm it's 11 months next year. So
wow,
once a month there.
Yeah, it's always fun there. It's great shows.
We have a good time.
I've gone twice to see you there, and you've been amazing. Every time.
Make sure you say hi next time, please, when you come. All right, give you a big hug.
I will, definitely.
Okay, good.
Thanks for the call,
Thanks,
Kathy.
Kathy. Take
appreciate
care.
it.
So much. Thanks for doing this.
Hey, thanks, Kathy. Take care.
Let's go to Selena. Selena, welcome to Curtain
Before
Call.
I ask you a question, I have a very close friend named Bruno. Is there anything wrong?
Oh no! Okay.
Bruno earlier.
Oh yeah. No, because let me ask you: did he just lose an animal? I know that sounds bizarre.
Did he lose an animal?
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, okay. So that's where I was getting Bruno and then the dog. Okay. Now I don't know whether you left a dog or a cat. I don't know what you lost,
Well,
but
my dog doesn't like men.
okay, that makes a lot of sense.
That might explain your love life.
What I have to say to you, I have to ask you about my financial blessing. When am I going to get a financial blessing?
Okay, so the nice thing about it is you're saying blessing. So that's a wonderful positive attitude, and I think it's great. So keep doing that. So here's a little mantra for you. When you wake up every morning, you say, money comes easily and frequently every day. That's all you're going to say.
Do I say money comes easy?
That's it. Every day. You got to say every day, though. You got to give it that every day, all right? Because the universe doesn't know the time like we do, all right? December starts an upward thing for you, okay? So it gets to a point where all of a sudden December, January, February, March, April, May, and you're just reevaluating and bringing money in, and things are just balancing out so much better. By June, July, you're really good. You're really good.
Oh, I would like it in the winter.
Oh, well, what we like and what comes are two different things, okay? So you just remember, December, January, February, March. These are the things that you need. You need to concentrate on those. But it's here. It's there. You
are really something. I can't believe how you knew David's mother.
No, she didn't believe me. Trust me. I didn't even know my mother.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for the call, Selena.
Watching over you, David.
What's that?
Your mother's watching over you.
That's a scary thought.
That's a good thought.
Very, very scary thought.
Thanks,
Thank you for the call, Selena.
Wow.
Take care. Marilyn,
How you doing?
How you
Hi,
doing?
Marilyn. How are you?
Great. Hi, I'm interested in this.
That's good.
Very interested.
Okay.
I want my career and finances. What do you see about that?
You need to switch it up a little bit. So it's time to bring something new in or get rid of something that's not working anymore. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, and I think you're thinking of that anyway. Sometimes we're afraid to jump over that line, take that little risk, but I'm going to tell you to go for it.
Good.
Yeah, you got great ideas in your head. You just got to apply them. So take that risk.
Oh, good.
Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, good.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Thanks.
Take care, Marilyn.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. 927-1100, 927-1100. If you have a question for the Jersey Shore medium, Linda Shields, she'll be able to answer them. She can't do a, what do we call it? A medium. She can't tell you who's talking to you from the other side because
I need the energy of the person with me.
You're on the phone. You're not here in the studio.
But she can do psychic reading.
But
I can do psychic readings.
She can do a psychic reading.
Well, I'm here in the studio.
You want a psychic reading?
No.
You said you didn't.
No, not psychic, but medium.
Okay, I can do that right now if we have time. You have time?
Sure.
Okay. So I had asked what the 71 was, and you said, Dave,
I was
that it
born in
was
71.
1971. So I've been jotting things down here, okay? And I have to tell you, Mom came through. What's the S or the C letter?
S is my father's name, Sixto,
okay.
and it's my middle name.
Okay, so, and Dad is also passed?
Yep.
Okay, so she's telling me she's with him. She's with the S letter. This is what Mom was telling me, okay?
Great.
She's also saying good job. All right? She's also saying big year. So you got something coming this year. This 2017, there we go. 2017 is a big year for you. Okay, real big year. All right?
Awesome.
The other thing is that she watches your daughter. So she's her guardian angel. So, if your daughter ever needs anything, she has to ask Grandma. Did your mother know her?
No.
Okay, but your mother did know her. All right, because that's what the next thing it says. She knows me. I've been told that there's a nursery in heaven, a baby nursery, and that our loved ones pick out the children that we will have. And it was proven by my grandmother. My son is extremely connected to the grandmother who had died 10 years before he was born. And every time I dreamt of my grandmother, I dreamt of her with my son. So, and she told me, she said, I picked him out. I get this all the time. So know that your mother picked out your daughter for you. So they know each other. Okay?
All right.
All right. So Mom wants to know where the ring is. Where's the ring?
It's in a closet somewhere. I put it away.
Oh, no.
My divorce. I'm divorced.
No. She had a ring. She's talking about her ring.
Yeah, I have a ring.
You have her ring.
Yeah.
Can you wear it once in a while in the house just to stay connected to her?
I have a whole bag of actually a lot of her belongings.
Okay, this was
tucked
the
away.
favorite. This was the favorite. So maybe it was her wedding ring or her engagement ring or a ring that she wore all the time. But that's what she's saying to me. She says, tell him to put it on just to be connected with me. You don't have to go out with it. Just, sit and watch The Walking Dead if you want to and put the ring on. But that's what, because she says, where's my ring? She's also saying it's okay. And I think she's talking about family for you, that it's okay. No guilt, no blame, no aggravation, no worry.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. All right. Because she's.
Remember this year that you're having? Who's your video production company?
There you go.
You know what? Let me sneak in one more phone call.
Yeah, let's get a call.
That sounds good.
Diane, welcome to the show. You have a question for Linda.
Hi, Diane. Happy Halloween.
Hi, happy Halloween.
Thank you.
Yes, I do have a question. I'm thinking about going back to school for medical billing and coding, and I'm wondering, I don't know, just how that would be.
I like this. I mean, it's almost so easy for you. It's ridiculous because that's where you're supposed to be. So,
Plus, I've never met anybody in the medical profession that's, we need to do a telethon for. So.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, it's just this was your calling. You don't even know it yet, though. So go for it. Yeah, go for it. Do it.
Awesome.
Okay. Hey,
awesome.
Good. Congratulations.
And remember one thing, Diane. When you have all this success, 10% of your success goes to Curtain Call the Radio Show. News Talk 1400 WOND. Because if it weren't for us, you wouldn't have met Linda, right?
Jeez.
Okay.
Thanks.
Good luck to you.
Let's go to Raleigh in Atlantic City. Raleigh, welcome to Curtain Call the Radio Show.
Hi, Raleigh. How are you?
Oh, just fine. Could you tell us the future of Atlantic City? Will the governor take over?
That's a great question. Can you tap into Nucky Johnson and straighten some of this out
really,
for us?
wouldn't it be nice? It's just such a shame. I think it. You know what? I honestly believe that once our politics change in New Jersey, I think things are going to start to shift in a better direction.
That's Linda's way of saying once Christie is gone, and we get somebody else.
Way to go there, girl.
There you go.
Yeah, somebody's coming in with a lot of interest in developing the areas like Camden, Newark here that need more development, or getting rid of the garbage that has been taken from those areas. The people that are taking from them instead of giving it to those areas. So I think it's going to be okay. I tell you, I'm looking at 2020, looking at a really good year for AC.
2020?
2020.
That should go on your news report tomorrow there, Dave. Psychic says 2020 is when things start turning around.
I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
I
so
think so.
investors come in now. Get ready for
See,
2020.
I gotta write this down. I gotta write the time code down so that I
And
can,
believe me, 3 years goes really quick when you're developing.
That's right.
Well, you know,
really.
it's starting now, though. You know, there's a lot of things going on under the table that nobody knows. I think they're just waiting for a new governor. I really
No,
do. I really think that's what it is.
Listen, it took a lot more than 3 years to put Atlantic City in the shape that it's in today.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got to wait 3 years, that's
We'll take it.
That's like nothing.
Yeah. Right.
That's like nothing. We have to
That'll
take.
work.
Does that sound
Okay.
good to you,
All right,
Raleigh?
thank you.
Thanks for the call.
Take
Really
care,
do appreciate
thanks.
it. We're going to take a real quick time out and be back with more. We'll try and slip in a little bit of Walking Dead talk. Try to. Here on Curtain Call, the radio show on News Talk 1400 WOND. We're back right after this.
Heard strange noises coming from a house on the hill. So I crept up to the window and looked over the sill. My heart almost stopped, I nearly died of fright. By the dim candlelight I saw the strangest sight. There was Frankenstein and Dracula and Wolfman too. Dancing with some zombies, what a ghastly
Think of your mom
And the singer of that is
Was that Burt Convy?
it's Burt
Burt
Convy.
Convy.
Yeah,
The actor.
the actor Burt Convy.
The actor Burt Convy. Well, he had a career in music before he got into bad acting.
You got your card.
You got a card for me?
Yeah, I got. You pulled a card. You,
All right.
you thought of somebody, and you pulled a card, and that
Okay.
that person on the other side is letting you know that I feel happy and healthy. Okay.
Nice.
So they're in a good place.
All right, we're going to get back to the phones right now. Donna, welcome to Curtain Call, the radio show. You're on with Linda Shields, the Jersey Shore medium.
Hi, Donna. Happy Halloween.
Thank you very much. You're with a group of great, terrific guys. I
Yeah,
have to tell
it's
you,
a lot of
first
fun.
all.
I'm having
I
a good time. Thanks.
love listening to them every weekend. They are great. It gives me such a laugh.
Well, thank you for that. We appreciate that.
Happy belated anniversary to you all both.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
You're welcome.
You have a question for me?
Yes, I do. I just want to know, and well, I don't know. Where's my health going right now?
Yeah. It's strange. Does that make sense to you?
It's changed.
It's strange. It's
yes,
it's
it is
weird.
very strange,
Yeah, it is. You know, this is what I need to tell you. If you go to a doctor and they tell you something, you need to go and get another opinion. Because, because I don't know whether the doctor you're going to just doesn't get it or they're just treating the symptoms and not the whole source, you know?
I kind of agree with you. I had done that, and I still have my own gut feeling, and it's nothing that you specialists have come up with. So
Okay, so you know what? You have that gut feeling. You go and find somebody that's going to listen to that gut feeling. Because I'll tell you what, we know ourselves better than any doctor in this world. So,
Very true.
yeah.
And,
So you do that. Watch your dairy. Are you having a problem with that?
as a matter of fact, well, I was actually because I heard it caused inflammation with arthritic type people.
Okay.
And,
So keep an eye on that. I wouldn't do that. Definitely would not do dairy. It isn't.
yeah,
You know,
the
there's
minute
a.
I cut it out, I started to lose a lot of going through dental work anyway. But you know, and I just wondered. Well, the only other question I do have, if you have a chance, because I can't get out of the house right now. I'm kind of disabled.
Okay.
You know, do I have anybody watching over me? I
Oh
pray
God,
with my
absolutely.
angels every night.
Absolutely. You have two females now. Because I'm not doing it. You know, you're not in front of me, but I can tell you there's two females here. So whether it's mom and grandma, or two grandmas, or an aunt, or a sister, or something like that, but there's definitely two females.
Yeah, I just didn't know how you felt about the angel factor. And,
Oh, absolutely. Oh, please, they're all over the place. Absolutely.
Well, you know, do you have a book out?
Yeah, it is. I have. It's 12,000 Dreams Interpreted. So it's a dream book where you can look at your dreams and see what's going on.
12,000 Dreams
Interpreted, yes. Okay?
Okay. Will I find you online then?
Yep, you'll find me everywhere. It's www.thejerseyshoremedium.com. I'm on Facebook, be my friend, all that kind of good stuff. Okay?
Fantastic. Well,
Okay.
I'll definitely do that.
Take
I'm
care.
gonna get a fourth opinion. And
Take care and be well and go with your gut, okay?
thank you.
All right, thanks, Donna. Take care.
Let me call. I do appreciate you.
Thanks a lot.
Have a good day. all.
You
Take
too.
care.
Thank you.
Take care, Donna. Real quick, last week on The Walking Dead, Glenn and Abraham are no more. It got really dark and ugly. We'll have more later. Back to the phones. Joyce, welcome to Curtain Call, the radio show. You have a question for Linda Shields?
Hi, Joyce. Happy Halloween.
Hi, thank you, Linda, and the same to you.
Thank you.
Yes, I've been working in a part-time job in the field of my choice for the past 3 years. It will never increase to a fuller-time job, but I'm trying to get a fuller job elsewhere. Will that happen for me?
Yeah, I see March.
Sorry?
March. M-A-R-C-H. March. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, I'll tough it up then.
Okay. Good luck then.
Thanks for the call.
Thanks.
Take care, Joyce. Let's go to Kathy. Kathy, welcome to Curtain Call, the radio show. You have a question for Linda Shields?
Happy Halloween.
Hello, happy Halloween to you, and thank you for responding to my call.
Sure.
I'm trying to help a young man and his brother kind of get their lives together. You see if I'm doing the right things and what direction I should be going in.
You are absolutely amazing with these two. So don't ever doubt your capabilities in helping these two guys, because if it wasn't for you, they'd really be in bad shape. Tough love. That's what I'm going to tell you. Be consistent. You say no, mean no. Okay, that kind of thing. But God bless you, because I'll tell you, if it wasn't for you, I don't know where these boys would be.
Well, God sent me to help them.
There you go. So there it is. Okay. Good. Yeah. Good luck. Take care.
Thanks, Kathy. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. 927-1100 if you have a question for Linda Shields, the Jersey Shore medium. As I mentioned before, our Walking Dead review preview has turned into
a wheat
questions.
fest.
I was getting emotional back here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. My husband says, like, I come home from a party and he says, how many people cried? Because that's how he judges the party. It's like I may always make people cry, but that's a good thing, because it's a good tears cleanse the soul. It's a great thing.
No, I've seen mediums do their thing before, and I know that a lot of you people don't consider it a success unless you can get some people to cry, because it means they're spilling emotion.
No, it's successful if they find their balance and their closure. Okay. That's how I feel. So whether they cry or not, that's up to them. But it's just wonderful if they come back to me, which I get a lot of, which is wonderful. Linda, thank you. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't said this or you hadn't connected. I get emails all the time, and it's such a nice, like a heart thing. It really feels good. So
you hear that, Mom? I'm not crying. I don't know if she's listening online on the radio.
She's standing behind you.
She's online too right now, Dave.
She's been standing behind me for 65 years.
Now, Jake, I cut you off. What were you going to say to me about the show? You said something that.
No, I was. It's kind of in line with the last call. I was impressed on how you handled health issues tactfully. That can't be easy. I mean, when you're reading somebody and all of a sudden, the big ding, 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 this person's got some serious...
right. But you know what?
Don't buy green bananas.
Yeah, right. Don't eat that chicken.
I always try to go onto the positive side, because, I always think there could be a solution. And if I can give you enough hope and faith that there's a solution.
I have a solution that's going to last about 2 minutes. It's called a break. At the bottom of the hour, ABC News Brief, Total Traffic, back on the other side with more of Curtain Call, the radio show.
Okay. Boy, don't you go in there. Come out of there, boy. Don't you know that house is haunted? There's an old deserted mansion on an old forgotten road, where the better ghosts and goblins always hang out. One night they threw a party in a manor a la mode, and they cordially invited all the gang out.
Satchmo, with his contribution to the Halloween season.
Well, see, it's not just always Bobby Boris Pickett.
No,
I mean, there's a lot of great stuff out there.
I hope people
and
realize...
whenever you can get Louis Armstrong in anything, it's a good day.
And I hope people realize we have not, by design, played Monster Mash by Bobby Boris Pickett.
God.
Because, listen, I love that song, and Bobby Boris Pickett, I mean, he had a career off of that for God knows how many years, right up until the day he died.
Hey, it's the only song to pop back into the top 10 3 times.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he came,
really?
yeah.
In 3 different decades.
3 different decades. It's 60s, 70s, and 80s.
Yeah. That's
amazing.
Yep. But anyway, we welcome you back to the final 26 minutes of Curtain Call, the radio show here on News Talk
so
14.
fast.
I know.
I'm having such a good
I wish we
time.
could just preempt everything and just keep on going.
And see, I told you, it's not
Penny
like
would
any
fall
other
asleep.
radio show you've been on.
I'm having a ball.
Anyway, I'm David Spatz, along with Jake Lassie Jr. Rachel Haynes is our producer. Dave Pena from Boogie Nights is in the studio, along with his, I won't say discovery, because
not at all,
because you are now kind of guiding the career.
Well,
of
I would say
producer.
I'm the agent
Yes,
producer,
that's what I'm
and,
producer,
and
fan.
I guess fan.
That's
There you
business
go.
and good
associate.
guy. And good guy.
Of Linda Shields.
Yeah.
She is the Jersey Shore medium, and she has been taking your phone calls over the past 30 minutes. And if you have anything you'd like to ask Linda, she can't do a medium reading right now. She can't tell you who's talking to you from the other side, but she can, kind of channel your energy a little bit and answer questions.
Mm-hmm.
So give us a call, 927-1100, 609-927-1100. All right, so where do we go from here?
I have a question
Right.
for you.
Yes, dear.
I've heard a lot of rumors about this, and David, you're here quite a bit.
Yeah.
There's been talk that this place is haunted.
Yeah, there's a man here, definitely.
What?
Yeah.
Are you talking about
that was
studio?
Rachel.
Yeah, the studio.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
a man here. There's
Yeah.
somebody who used to be
Up on
here
the third.
that
Yeah,
wants
well,
to
it's
be
the
here.
ghost
Yeah.
of Howard Green.
That's what I was going to say.
Yep, that's who it is.
Howard Green, it was the owner. He built this
He
building.
built this
did he
building,
really?
and he
Yeah.
built this thing from the ground up.
Yeah.
Yep. He owned all these radio stations, and for a long time, the TV station that was next door. That's no longer. Well, it's the TV station is still on the air, but it's not the TV station that everybody remembers.
He's hanging around. He's making sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to do.
That's a scary thought if Howard's hanging around. If Howard Green is still, if the ghost of Howard Green is still here, although I don't know when the ghost first showed up. I don't know whether that predates Howard's death, which was in 2002, maybe. So we have to find out.
Uh-oh, she's shaking her head.
Nope.
No?
You're thinking of something. No, I'm going to tell you something.
Go ahead.
Someone who, and the gentleman says, I've been here. I was here. So that means he was, either he was a DJ like you guys, right? Or he owned the building, as Howard would do.
Is he recently deceased?
No.
This was when, okay.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
So you think he's attached to the land, not necessarily the building itself?
I think he's attached to all of it. So, did Howard own the property before he built this here?
I believe he did.
Okay,
Yeah.
because that's what I'm getting.
He
Is this-
bought it.
No, he the first OND studios were in Pleasantville. They built
Yeah.
this here later, so he
Okay.
bought this
then,
land.
So
to
he
build it.
bought this
then they
land.
were in Linwood.
Right.
Not in this building. They were in what is now a law office.
But he bought this property, right?
He built. As far as I know, he built.
I think
this
that's who
building.
it is. I definitely think that's who it is. Absolutely.
All right. Well, there are people who say that they want to come here one night with equipment and
That'd
everything.
be fun. You can do it yourself. All you got to do is take a picture, because you'll see the orbs. I mean, if he's hanging around here, you just take Eddie iPhone, take a picture.
I have to try that. I mean, because sometimes I have been here late at night alone,
Right.
and I've heard noises from up on the third floor, and that's where his office was.
Right.
I just
And-
pretend that somebody else is actually here and then
You keep telling
Good way
yourself
to do
that.
it, Rachel.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do.
There you are.
Believe
It's
me.
only a radio
like
show.
my grandmother would say, though, be more afraid of the living and not the dead, because the dead's not going to hurt you. It's the living you're going to worry about.
Well, that leads me to another question.
Yes.
Do you, when you're doing readings,
Yes.
do you suddenly every now and then get a malignant soul, a
No,
dark?
I don't believe in them. I don't believe in dark souls. I'm sorry, I don't. I think there's people, misguided souls, and I think there are souls that are not at rest, but I don't believe in, like watching The Haunting on TV with all that stuff. I don't believe in it at all.
So you have not had any dark, cold,
I've
evil
got
thing?
snarky people and people that are like really.
Well, you
know,
probably were talking to my grandmother recently. She's pretty snarky.
I was going to say, yeah.
I've gotten where they've come in and they say to the children, "I'm not sorry about anything I did." Like, really? Okay,
Wow.
that kind of stuff. But No, I don't believe in evil. I don't believe in evil spirits. I don't believe in the devil. I don't believe in anything dark. I think we are all of those as human beings.
Interesting.
Yep.
That is. Go ahead, Rachel, you want to jump in there?
Well, I'm not sure if I want to jump in. I think that's like a wonderful thing to believe that there's not really the evil in us that you can carry over or anything like that. I don't know if I have a hard time believing that. I definitely want to believe in that.
Yeah. You know what it is? It's years and years and years of doing what I'm doing and listening and hearing and understanding what's being said from the other side. And no one has ever said to me, I'm in a terrible place. This is a place I shouldn't be. Even people who have committed suicide will come back and say, I'm okay now. You know, I had a vision, which I usually don't get. But sometimes I dream, and there was a gentleman sitting at my makeup table, and I'm like, okay, who are you? And he was soaking wet. I mean, like he had just came out of the ocean or a pool, and then he came back, and I said, well, now you're dry, and he said, yeah. He said I had to cleanse, and he had committed suicide. I had to cleanse, and that's how they cleansed.
Ooh. First I thought you were talking about Ted Kennedy.
I can't give you credit on that one, Spatsy. That was pretty quick. That was all right.
I'll ring the bell for that one.
There you go.
What was she said? There was a man sitting at my makeup table and he was wet, and I don't know why, but the vision of Ted Kennedy, and I saw a bridge, a small bridge.
There you go.
Oh,
Jesus.
Oh boy.
Goodness gracious.
If you have a question for Linda Shields, the Jersey Shore medium, give us a call at 927-1100, 609-927-1100. Glenn and Abraham are still dead. Negan's a bad man.
That's an understatement.
And where it's going to go from here, nobody knows.
No, nobody. Well, I know. I kind of know where tonight's. Actually, the next two episodes are going to go, and I don't think we're going to see any of the regulars.
Okay.
We're making new friends this.
Well, yeah, that's. I think they need to introduce
some positive developments.
Well, what's the name?
The Kingdom.
The Kingdom. Yeah. They need to introduce that. So it could be that we see Carol making friends with the people from the Kingdom, and that we don't see Negan and any of the saviors for a while.
Right.
Well, we need a break from them, so I think that's okay.
Well, after last week's show, I think we could take a season-long break. Now, I have never seen a show any darker than that one. And a lot of people online were saying it.
A lot of people were very angry the way it went.
Very angry.
I have no problem with the deaths that took place.
We knew that was coming.
I had no problem with where the story went.
Right.
I had a problem with the manipulative nature of the filmmaking that took place. That was really, it was right out of, that misery / torture porn that's popular these days, where I'm going to cut your hand off, I'm going to cut your hand off. And we don't need that. That's not what that show's about.
Not only that, they made us wait 17 minutes to find out who the first, and they had said, but
I got a theory about that, though. You could not lay out the Rick Grimes thing with Negan if it came right after witnessing the deaths, because that was so emotionally draining and powerful that I don't think you could.
And they separated the deaths too.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the phones. That was our Walking
that was
Dead
it.
review. Back to the phones. John's on the line with a question for Linda. How you doing, John?
Hi, John.
Hello, John.
John?
Yes.
Are you there?
There you go. You're on the air.
I'm right here.
You have a question for me?
Yes, I had two questions for you. One was about my health, and one is about my future and moving. Am I going to be moving or?
Okay, yes, definitely to the move. I see that in about 8 to 10 months.
8 to 10 months.
Okay, and health? Do you do what you're supposed to do? Do you take your medicine? Do you do the stuff you're supposed to do?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good, because that's the key there. When you stop doing that, then you're not going to be good. So just keep on going the way you're going. A little more exercise.
Pardon me?
A little more exercise.
A little more exercise.
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah,
No.
I try. I'm disabled, so
Yeah.
it's a little tough. But
Yeah, I know, but I mean, just take the weights and lift. Sitting in a chair, or just lift your legs, or do something like that. Just get the blood flowing, because that's what I see. What's going on with the blood? What is that?
Oh, that's yes. I have bad circulation in both legs.
Okay, so that's what I would do. Lift the legs a little bit, get them in motion there. But you're okay. I think moving's a good thing for you, though. Absolutely.
Moving would be a good thing.
Ah, yeah, definitely.
Oh, do you see whereabouts I would be going?
I have no idea. Wherever you'd like to be. How's that sound?
That sounds great.
Okay, good. Thanks, John.
Thanks a lot,
Take
John.
care.
Have a happy Halloween. 927-1100, 927-1100. We're talking with Linda Shields, the Jersey Shore medium. She's available to answer your phone calls. Can't do a medium reading. She can't tell you who's talking to you from the other side because of the distance there.
Yeah, you know what's funny, though? There is somebody talking to me from the other side for these people. I just cannot figure out who they are over the phone. Because that's how I get my information. Even when like you see, I have my cards sitting here. I haven't touched them.
Right.
Wait, hold on a second. Mom, will you leave me alone? I'm doing a radio show here.
That's what you get for ringing the
that's
bell
what I
again,
get.
see? Okay. You should have rang that bell
trying to do a radio
again.
show.
And your host, Norman Bates.
Exactly.
And there's suddenly a roller pin hovering over your head. She's about.
You know what? She's a hell of a baker. She probably would.
There you
be.
go. Cookies, chocolate chip. They sound good. Okay.
Yeah.
So what happened was when I was reading tarot cards, and how I got into the medium stuff was I realized that I was being spoken to by someone, and then all of a sudden they started giving me their name and information, and then I would be reading and I go, oh, well, who's this person? Oh, my grandfather. Well, tell me about this, and that's how it started, and then we get into the medium now. So I do more medium now than I do tarot, but. That's where all the information. I was always this way and didn't realize that that's how I was getting my information from.
What was the first psychic experience you had?
First, I was 8 years old, and I was on the playground, and I was sitting up against the wall. Went to Catholic school, so recess where I all running around, and I hear, "Billy's going to fall. Watch." And I perk up, and I'm just looking around, and there goes Billy, and slap, boom, right on the ground. And he got hurt. And I went, oh, my goodness, And then, who are you, And it was, I think it was his grandmother or his great-grandmother. So my grandmother was a psychic. So when I went home and I said, hey, what's going on here? I always had dreams, always had dreams of people and stuff. And I said, Grandma, somebody's talking to me. What's going on? She said, oh, no, that's good. So she taught me how to shut it off and turn it back on again. So it's pretty good.
How can you tell the difference in the dream that you got somebody talking to you in the dream and it's just your brain doing a dream?
Okay, because my husband will tell you when there's somebody in that room, I'm literally sitting up and talking. So but then there's crazy dreams, and I know their crazy dreams are my dreams, But there is definitely a difference. There's definitely a lot of times I see when I'm sleeping, which is nice. So I see the person. They're on the television. They're on the picture of the dog. It's like I look over and, oh my God, who's that? That's it.
Reminds me of the movie Poltergeist. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's exactly. You know what, Dave? That's exactly what's in my head.
Okay.
Turning on and off.
There you go.
It's that snowy thing.
We're back to the phones. Norman has a question for Linda. Norman, welcome to the show.
Hi, happy Halloween, Norman.
Good morning. Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I have a question that's been on my mind for a long, long time.
Okay.
I'm in my 80s.
God bless you.
I've had a lot of ailments in my life. I've been through 4 different cancer types. I've had 2 heart attacks. I have a lot of disease wrong with me right now. My question is, why am I still here, and what is waiting for me that I have to do?
Okay. I think you're there because you have people that need your help, your wisdom, your expertise, the things that you know. So you need to talk to everybody. Like, give them those words of wisdom. Make sure that they hear what you're saying, your experiences. That's what you're here for.
I talk to a lot of people.
Good. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. And
I heard 4 times.
Yeah. Well, you're here for that reason. I think you're here because you're supposed to be helping. I mean, that's what it is. That's
I've
what you're.
had a lot of bad things in my life.
But you're still here. Look at that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was separated for 40 years from my children and my wife and everything. the last few years we got together.
See how wonderful that is? Look at that. See, so you know what? As you move into the positive and you keep giving back to people, you know, the wonderful stuff that you have, you keep getting, because that's what happens.
But I hear people, they'll have cancer or the colon and they die. They have prostate cancer.
Right,
they die.
and you're still here. Look at
all
that. Look at that, and you're still here.
Thyroid cancers, and I'm still here.
That's that. You know what? The best prayer you could ever say any time is thank you. So that's what you need to do. You need to just keep saying thank you and know that you're here for that reason, okay?
Well,
okay.
I do thank them and talk
okay, good.
all the time.
Good. And you need to take care.
For an answer.
Okay. No. Well, you may not get that till you go, and you're not going anywhere yet. So have a good afternoon, okay?
Thanks a lot, Norman.
Thanks, Norman. Take care.
We have to take one more time out during this program and be back with more to wrap things up with Linda Shields, the Jersey Shore Medium here on Curtain Call, the radio show on News Talk 1400 WOND. We're back after this.
A dinner was served for three at Dracula's house by the sea. The orders were fine, but I choked on my wine when I learned that the main course was me.
I have never heard any of these songs.
Well, that is John Zachary, who just recently died. And
Dinner with Dracula.
Dinner with Dracula. That actually
funny.
made the top 10 that year.
1958.
Yeah. And it was the first cut of it was so dastardly that Dick Clark demanded him to re-record it and take out some of the gory bits.
Yeah. How crazy that is, right? He should be watching Walking Dead now. It's Dick Clark, right?
If Dick Clark were alive, he'd be
it.
producing The Walking Dead, making $1 million off of it.
It's a Walking Dead New Year.
You know, those of you of a certain generation remember John Zachary from the shows that he hosted. He pioneered that kind of genre on Philadelphia television, starting on Channel 10, and it ended up becoming known as Roland, not Roland. I mean,
Roland.
It's Roland, and then he found his real market up in New York. Bounced around between New York and Newark for a while, but ended up back in Newark. Was for a period, and I listened to him at night. He did the 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. shift on WNEW-FM up there. He was a rock DJ.
Yeah.
Right. You remember that? Okay. Yep. And but it was the being the cool ghoul. That's how we'll always remember him.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Down here, and he passed away Thursday at the age of 98.
Good run.
Yeah, I would say it's a good run.
Hey, one of the broadcast pioneers. You know, without him, you wouldn't have had Elvira. You wouldn't have had Karen Scully, the man eater from Manayunk, and all those. You know,
you know, it's funny. I'm part of me wanted to book Stella, the man eater from.
Right. I did
Manayunk.
at my club.
I know you did.
Didn't
I introduce you to her?
Yes, you're the man responsible for that.
I said you got to go after Stella, whose real name is Karen Sicoli.
Sicoli.
If I'm not remembering.
There's a YouTube clip that she posted on her Facebook of her with Zachary.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he guested with her on her show once, and it's really fun. It's a fun bit.
Well, the thing about Stella is that her cleavage was the real star.
Of course.
Of the show. She just was like.
Wasn't that Elvira's thing too?
Well, she actually did Elvira before Elvira.
Oh, really?
She was
Okay.
yeah, about the same time, a little bit before.
But there was also Vampira.
Vampira is where she got her gig, yeah. But Vampira got her gig from Roland.
From Roland.
Wow,
Yeah.
isn't that amazing? Huh?
98 years old. Yeah, you know what I call 98 years? A good start.
There you go.
I've always said that I want my obit to read, yesterday, the world's wealthiest and only 900-year-old man passed away. That's how I want my obit to read.
There you go.
Anyway, boy, this has been fun.
It flew by.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
I wish we had another 2 hours, and I'm sure that the folks who were calling in probably wish we had more time. I don't think we've gotten this many phone calls during
How can
1
people
hour.
get a hold of you and track when your next performances are?
Okay, so my website, It's www.thejerseyshoremedium.com.
Medium, MEDIUM.
Right.
Okay.
Medium. Right. And there's a tab on there that says upcoming events, and I usually post at least 5 of them. I can't get any more on that page. I got to figure out how to do it on the website. And then you can Facebook me. Linda Shields. That's it. And then you'll see I post events on there all the time, too. You guys are on my Facebook page. I got a lot of my fans listening right now on the radio.
Great.
Yeah, because I put the link to the radio for the computer and the phone.
That's cool.
Right.
Yeah, so you got a lot of people listening.
That's cool. You know what? We're going to get one more phone call in here as soon as Rachel puts it on hold. Elizabeth, you're going to be the last call. Welcome to Curtain Call. You have a question for Linda?
Hi, Elizabeth. Happy Halloween.
You. I was just wondering if you can really talk to people who have passed away. Just recently, my dad passed away. Actually, it was in the past 2 years.
Yeah. See, here's the thing.
So.
I can't do that over the radio. That's what the problem is. Yeah, honey.
Yeah.
Come to one of my shows. Asbury Park.
Okay.
I do Barnegat. I do Matawan. I'm in Freehold. Come to one of the shows.
We're going to have to get her a little bit closer.
And here it is. In 2017, Linda Shields, the Jersey Shore Medium, will be coming to Atlantic City.
There you go.
All right.
Stay tuned for details.
Yay.
Fantastic.
Okay.
That sounds great.
Thanks.
And Elizabeth,
so much.
you keep listening to this show, and we will let you know when Linda
We'll drag
is
her
going
back
to be
here.
in Atlantic City. Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
I love WND. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Alrighty, bye.
We have to wrap things up. Linda, I want to thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I
taking
had
the
such a
time.
ball. You guys had a lot of fun.
This was a fun show. It really was. And Dave, thank you for bringing Linda to us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you
for having us.
I feel very blessed that he contacted me. I do, David. I feel very blessed for you.
I feel blessed that you're in my life.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jake, thank you for the video. Because
Oh, Jake, we love you too. Everybody, big hug. Group hug.
Group hug.
Go.
And of course, Rachel, thank you for doing
Yeah.
this great
We
show.
love Rachel. Yay.
Behind the list.
Stay
You know
with your
what?
man. Stay with your man.
There you go. Take us out with Dinner with Dracula. And while I say that after our syndicated hosts take you through the night, we invite you to start your day with Don Williams. He's here in the mornings from 6 till 10. Barbara Ruttman's on the front porch from 10 till noon. I'll be back at noon and 3 p.m. with the South Jersey edition. We've got Bob Burns in your afternoon from 1 to 3. Off the Press with Scott Cronick from 4 till 6. And I'll be back at 6 with the South Jersey edition prime. Today's news, tonight's sports, and tomorrow's weather. And then the Betson Connection in prime time with Dan Klein. I'm David Spatz. For Jake Lassie Jr. and our producer, Rachel Hayes and Linda Shields, the psychic.
Happy Halloween.
Have a happy Halloween. Thanks for listening. I'll talk to you again tomorrow at 12 noon.
A vampire named Perkins was so very fond of small gherkins. While she served the tea,